And this wave here itself, it's going to suit her surfing very well. You know, pockety with a lot of power and a lot of speed. It's just a good match for her, and I think she can really take advantage. But this heat that she has coming up is very stacked with Isabella Nichols and Luana. All of them regular footers.
Often see a lot of longboards down there at the tail end of this point break. Now we're finally getting started. Isabella Nichols, world number 5, on the opening wave of the contest. Holding position, and it's paying off. Nice clean lines off her rails, belting it off the lip. Another huge re-entry off the top for Bella Nichols. The Bells Beach champ lays down the rail, sets up the lip to hit. A beautiful read from the surfer from the Sunshine Coast of Australia.
Just so impressive. I think, you know, you have the jitters and the nerves of being the first heat. We've gone on hold for a number of hours now, but to see someone take off and instantly find connection with the wave is so fun, Jesse, watching her flow through this one.
I mean, just the pace that she carried, and I think that's an important thing looking forward on this event. People that look like they're rushing in this wave, because everyone's going to have plenty of speed, but some people are going to look like they're rushing and others are going to look just like that. She takes her time, doesn't move the board unnecessarily, and just, you know, tags the perfect sections that she needs to. Very well wave surfed for her, for Isabella Nichols to start off the event.
Unbelievable rail work. And one thing I'm noticing this year, even stylistically, I think Isabella's improved this year.
Yeah, just ironed out so many things. And, you know, her premier results have come at right-hand point break. So you know that that's her strength. And as soon as she identifies the set, she can kind of put herself more in position as soon as she sees those lumps coming through.
Taking this one deep on the point is Bettylou. Making sure she grabbed the inside off her friend Lulu. She already's tagged it twice. A lot of speed for Sakura. Patience off the bottom. Well placed. Hack under the lip. Hitting it off the top, and has a nice clean finish to get her first wave scored here in this heat.
Yeah, another like smaller size wave, but with a very good pace. As you see it right there, it gives her a lot of time to press on the button right there in that turn, and takes her time. High lines it. That's what you need to do in that second half, like that first part of the wave that it runs down, and then finish it off strong. But like you mentioned, Rosie, it's obviously most likely to come underneath the 733, but hey, it's a great start.
I think that 3-turn combo there, though, it's like different shades of maneuver. So you're seeing a little bit of variety there from Betty, and you know she's just pushing that tail out. I feel like she made the most of that wave. She really milked it for all it was worth. I think this is going to be a good, you know, kind of...
For Isabella Nichols, she's going to be really feeling it now that she's 5th. There's a lot of surfers that want to bump her out of that mix, and she's coming off 2 events where she's missed out on the quarterfinals. Here comes Lulu. World number 9 taps the start. Throwing some water off the tail. Nice style, as always, in her flow and form, and she's also finishing her opening ride. First, let's go to the replay. Luana's opener, Rosie.
Yeah, it was that kind of smaller size wave. It had a couple sections that almost feels like it was breaking in half with the remnants of that old swell, as we see that one just kind of go through the motions for Luana. Almost could tell that she had that little bit of feeling of frustration.
That 733 and first priority, and paddling into this one will be Bettylou. Nice high line to start things off. Now stepping into gear, first wrapping cutback. Bettylou has perfect timing off the lip, but she will lose control as her wave before came in at a 5.83. Isabella Nichols got a second wave during the break, Jesse.
Yeah, that's beautiful surfing for him. Once again, just identifying those waves that are not rushing, not running down the line too much. And right here, you can see she put in a different gear. She's going to start pushing on those turns on the inside. The wave's a little bit smaller in size, so she knows she has to go big for it. Beautiful layback. Another carve, and I'm sure her legs are burning at this point. It's been putting a lot of pressure on that wave, and that was shallow in the end right there.
Another great look at those individual majors, throwing some power through the lip line, Rosie.
Such a good connection with her boards. We know that those round pin DHDs have just been absolute magic under her feet.
Rolling in now, this will be Luana Silva. Snaps that first section, keeping her flow down the line. Throwing some water off the rails of that shark by surfboard, digging in even more on the open face. Bottom drops out. Lulu attacks it off the lip line. Coming from behind, she's able to hang on to another finishing move.
Say that right-hand point breaks are their strengths. They've each got the individual brand of surfing as we watch it down the line. I think this wave for sure going to break that combo, and just a good little confidence boost to get her feet in the wax and really feel the rhythm on this little wave, Jesse.
Yeah, that's beautiful surfing for Lulu. She finished it off a little bit lateral. As you see it right here, the wave's running down the line, and she kind of has to place the board sideways to the lip, not as vertical as she was probably hoping for, but she did have this carve right here, right when the wave slowed down, open up those arms, very tight in the pocket. Buckets out the back with the offshore winds blowing. So the judges are going to love those the two combination of turns right there.
Is with Bettylou here, so she can just roll in and see if she can maybe fight for the lead against Isabella. Needs an 8.17. Lays in a beautiful top turn. Nice transition to tag the lip. Crushing that section in front of her. Off to a great start. Late on that one. Tried to put a little extra. Words jumping on their equipment this season and picking up her first 2 wins of her career. What'd you see on this one, Jesse?
I mean, excellent score she was looking for, so she needed to go big on that finishing turn. The first 2 turns were nice. Third one as well down the line, and then she gets up in vertical. Does a good job to actually bring the board under her foot right there, because she was kind of going lateral. She was a bit late. But I didn't even see that wave coming in an 8.17, even if she landed last turn. So
heavy to deal with when you're falling off tour. For Isabella, it was almost like a grieving process the first time it happened, but she understood it the following year. Nice clean rip in the pocket for Bettylou. Tapping it again. Nice placement of that turn. Now full wrap in the pocket. Holding that rail in transition so well off the lip. And now redirects again with that open face hook. Hits it off the top and steps off because she ran out of water. In the world, bounce all over that end section because there's, well, so much on the line, Ro.
Yeah, you definitely got to sacrifice yourself on those inside rocks. I absolutely love this wave from Betty. Just the different maneuvers that she was able to place throughout. The knife sharp surfing, that right there, just so much speed and precision. And, you know, the variety that she's showing us in her surfing, and each maneuver has a different emphasis. So body management and the weighting and unweighting of the board is just so impressive.
I mean, that's excellent surfing in my eyes. That third turn right there, that beautiful carve, just the most aggressive surfing we've seen it so far. The question mark is, was that wave had enough power, enough energy compared to the wave?
He wins in the opening round. For all surfers that are banking on a chance to compete for a world title at Cloudbreak this year,